Hey guys, welcome back. Drip and Farm for Property. I'm your host, Drip Coach, and let's jump right into it. So today, I'm going to be giving you an update on the status of the drip changes from G Money. He did drop some info in the chat, as well as my bag reference, what I bought with Elephant Money. Told you guys I give you an update on that. So it's been about, I don't know, a week and a half, I'd say. And also want to play a clip from Bartertown, good old Ray, because he's gaslighting as usual. So want to, of course, keep a pulse on the narrative and the stuff going on in the space. And that's also reference to a recent video I did about Forex and Bybit. Some people have some issues, I guess you could say, that they don't agree with or whatever. But the point of all this is to keep everyone informed. You don't have to agree with the information, but at least you can say you have the information. That's all that I care about. All right, so let's first jump into what G Money said. So it is Tuesday afternoon for me. So this was released a couple hours ago. Today I have a meeting with Forex and Squad tomorrow. I've written the Faucet upgrade script for the snapshot, new Faucet bank contract for available affected deployment scripts and small UI update and tests. Going over the logic with him tomorrow, but the general development is done. So these are all the things that G Money was in charge of. And as far as we're aware from the previous messages, I guess G Money was hired to do this. So I guess also the other moving pieces somewhere in the ecosystem are being done by other devs regarding Animal Farm launch and all this stuff. So we will see, but it sounds like from his side, he's done, and then he'll pitch to Forex and we'll see what Forex says. And we will find out if Forex find something else to do with it, or if it's given the green light. As he said here, once I've gotten the green light on the logic / code is deployed, I can take a look at that and can assume vault for worst case. This was reference to Ray asking what an estimate for the final total supply will be. There is going to be millions of drip minted between the time the button is pushed and once the last person has claimed their faucet amount. And even then, because remember I showed you guys previously that a lot of people are tapped out of the ecosystem across the voting for the pig pen, across what I showed you with the wallets when we were able to look at that stuff on Dune and on dripnetwork.io. All that showed that basically about 30% are tapped in, and that's also representative of the exact same percentage when you look at the global crypto market and how many people stay around in the bear market. So it makes perfect sense. So what that means is that there will be a massive inflation for the active players once the faucet is turned off and there's no longer an incentive to keep it there. And then we could still expect some inflation later when other people come back and want to claim and sell or learn about what their tokens are doing or whatever the case may be. But once it is changed, that does mean on the back end that the token will move from inflationary to deflationary. So all of the transactions will now start to have a deflationary effect on the token. So again, don't expect things to just turn around and us go from 0.018 or whatever we're at now, 17 somewhere in there, to shoot off to the moon. It still will require capital coming in, and there's still going to be a massive amount of inflation that will take place before the thing finds an actual floor. So let's go back to G Money. What else did he say? I think that's it. This last one, ideally we can integrate drip liberation to the new site as sending to PancakeSwap doesn't avoid said tax. So I think this was reference someone asking about the drip liberation and the garden. Please make sure drip garden UI is working well, and maybe a link to PancakeSwap to buy LPs if drip liberation doesn't work. So as you know, the drip liberation contract on theanimal.farm is no longer active. The domain expired and it hasn't been renewed. And that's the only way to have a non-taxed way to create drip LPs for the garden. So I believe this is also something that G Money is working on, or someone on the team is working on to get fixed. And then also the garden UI, I think, still has some updates they got to do. So all this is still coming soon, theoretically. All right, now let's cut to our favorite content creator in the YouTube space for the drip and animal farm. Good old Bartertown Bartertown Conglomerate, Ray from the Bartertown Conglomerate. And let's listen to this clip. And before I give you any context, I want you to listen to it, and we'll play it back because I know you guys just love to listen to him talk anyway. So playing it twice is better for you. I put it at 1.5 speed though. Let's listen to this.
Complement these things. Now, this is the issue. When it comes to crypto, a lot of people measure success by how the chart moves, right? So even with drip, when drip is pumping, everything is all good. But if drip goes down or if drip is going sideways, people will only measure drip by its price action. Never mind that it's paying 1% a day, never mind nothing else. So that's an unfortunate thing that, you know, a lot of projects have to follow through, right? And, you know, even with pigs and with dogs, you know, people are going to measure, even though the animal farm is, it's an infinite farm. You put your capital on there, it rehypothecates funds on the back end, and then those funds are utilized on the platform. But
so that is an unfortunate thing that people only measure success by the price action. Let's listen to that again. Hold on. I don't think I heard that correct.
This is the issue. When it comes to crypto, a lot of people measure success by how the chart moves, right?
When it comes to crypto, people only measure success by how the chart moves. So I have no idea where he gets this stuff, but if you don't break it down, you'll literally digest it and be like, yeah, of course, that doesn't make any sense. But of course we measure success by how the chart moves. That's how you measure any retail business, is how are they performing? The S&P 500, your blue chips, your NASDAQ, all these stocks. The only successful measurement, not how many people did they hire, not how many people came to work on time, not how many people, you know, whatever. They don't care about any of that other stuff at a job. It's the bottom line. What are their profits and what are their assets and liabilities? That's it. What's the chart look like for that company? Period.com. Like, yes, and crypto is even worse off than that because it's a speculative industry with very, very little utility. So essentially, all you're looking at for the success, Bitcoin, all you're looking at for success is, are you up from when you got in? That is exactly how you measure any for-profit business. Now, maybe if you're in a charity or nonprofit, it's about how much did you give away and how much time did you give away and all that stuff. But any for-profit business and any speculative investment or investment period, it's how the chart moves. Period. Doesn't matter that you got 1% a day. Like, that is the biggest BS ever. So let's look at that in real time. Let's say you're working at McDonald's, you know, flipping burgers, and you're not selling any burgers, right? But yet you're able to make 100 burgers every day. Nobody buys them though. Do you think the manager, supervisor, franchise owner is gonna be like, hey man, glad you're still making 100 burgers every day, but we haven't sold a single one of them, but keep making them. Good on you, bro. No, you're gonna get fucking fired because you haven't learned to look at supply and demand, and they make you adjust how many burgers, how many, all this stuff to make and how much to sit in the queue, all this stuff. I worked there when I was a kid, still remember that stuff. But you have these items, waste, that if you keep producing an amount that nobody is buying, they look at that at the end of the shift, and then they hold the manager and shift leader and all that stuff accountable. Like, hey, why were you still producing XYZ when you know that at this time of day we only have this many customers come in and on average we only sell this amount? Like, even McDonald's can figure that out. Like, the minimum wage fry cook and burger flipper knows that just producing something does not make it valuable. So no, Ray, it's not against any logic that we just look at the price action. We're not supposed to just look at it paying out 1% a day. We wanted the 1% a day because we thought it had some value. How about reference what he says about the animal farm? Let's move to that, and I'll give you another analogy there. Hopefully can drive it home, because apparently Ray's not the brightest light bulb in the box.
So even with drip, when drip is pumping, everything is all good. But if drip goes down or if drip is going sideways, people will only measure drip by its price action. Never mind that it's paying 1% a day, never mind nothing else. So that's an unfortunate thing that, you know, a lot of projects have to follow through, right? And
yeah, that's unfortunate that that's the way the actual world works. And not just projects have to follow through, that's everything. If I give you money and you're telling me you're going to make more money with my money, then I'm expecting more money. Not like the farm or drip where I give you my money and you give me bottle caps, or you give me, you know, rusted hubcaps that have no value. yeah, if I can get more of those, I can give you sand, you know, for example. There's plenty of that to go around, but what's the value of it? Nothing, right? So just because it's paying out doesn't mean anything. We got in because we wanted the value of which it paid out, not the useless token. We got in because the token itself was supposed to maintain some value. If not, it is pointless. If you don't believe it's pointless, then let me go ahead and make a shitcoin. And by all means, please pay me every day and I will gladly give you more of it every day, since that's all that matters, that you get 1%. I'll make you a token that pays out 10% per day. I'm sure I can write the contract and I'll be happy to do that right now for anybody that's willing to give me a certain amount of stable coin or blue chips. I will give you a token that pays 10% per day. Now, nobody's going to take that. Why? Because that 10% has to be worth something. They're expecting the return on their asset to actually be worth something in the long run. It's ridiculous.
And, you know, even with pigs and with dogs, you know, people are going to measure, even though the animal farm is it's an infinite farm. You put your capital on there, it rehypothecates funds on the back end, and then those funds are utilized on the platform. But
yeah, infinite farm. So you stake your farm, Forex takes those assets, rehypothecates them, and you see nothing of them. He pays you out in a token that he owns and controls. Now, maybe with V3, you're getting out the actual liquidity pair that you put in. And if you do stables like USDT and USDC, then yes, you may stand to actually come out on top. But as Mystify mentioned, and any of you should know, in crypto, there is impermanent loss. And that's what you're getting paid out with typically when you pair two volatile assets together. Impermanent loss, and you don't get that back, even if you're getting another asset on a quote unquote forever farm. If that asset is inflating and going down in value and you're suffering permanent loss, you would have been better off just holding and doing nothing with it. So I don't know who all is still digesting all of this, but it's just baffling that he can come on here and in a snake oil salesman way, make it sound as though like this is something ridiculous, that you're only looking for an asset to go up in value. The whole purpose of being in crypto is to get something so that you can sell it or leverage it for something else of more value. You get Bitcoin, take a loan out against your Bitcoin, you're taking to get dollars out and hope that you get more dollars than the Bitcoin and that it keeps its price and you don't get liquidated. Like, just ridiculous. I have no idea why he even speaks sometimes. All right, so now let's jump into elephant money, because of course this has been getting talked about since this happened. And I haven't showed you guys what I got in with, so I'm going to show you that. And something, for some odd reason, Stunner keeps saying that it's not reflecting. I don't know why he says that. I've actually gotten reflections, and everybody else that I know is getting reflections on their tokens. Like if you actually track your balance, you'll see that that is increasing. So I just want to clarify that personally. But let's see, one, what I think about this, and two, where I'm at from my position. So I put in a total of basically $106, I think, from the 23rd and the 29th. And of this video, it's the 4th. And I actually sold drip to get in here. So my maxed out wallet that I have here, because there's no sense now in sending it to another wallet or anything like that. So I've just been letting it accumulate, and I made 2 sells, and one was for 0.41 BNB and the other was for 0.09 BNB, as you can see here. So that's what I received, 0.04 BNB and 0.09. So I basically got half a BNB. That BUSD value at that time came out to $106.73. And I used that to, and a little bit more, to buy some elephants. So I put in 0.5 here and 0.15. Now, here's the interesting thing, right? So of that BNB that I got, that was 0.5 for this roughly 4,600 tokens, is actually 4,583. Let's see what that would be at today's prices. So if I were to still have that 4,600 drip in my wallet and were to sell today, that would give me 0.3 BNB, 0.3. So even though I sold my drip and put it in the elephant, and you know, elephant has taken a dump by 30%, I still got out more BNB, and still kind of kept my investment more than I would have if I would have left it in drip. So that value right now is $106, or would have been $106 in drip. And as of right now, it's 108 dashboard divs. And if I were to actually try to buy and sell, of course, it's $91. So I'm still down, what is that, $17, but I would be down 0.2 BNB as of right now if it was still sitting in dashboard divs on Drip. So 0.2 BNB is 40 bucks, and I'm only down half of that. So technically for me, it worked out, and I didn't go in with a lot. So 106 bucks in total. Oh, a little extra actually here that I put in. And yeah, reference the chart and what this is. I don't know how much lower this will go. There have been some buys on the 4 hour, and we were looking at basically a 33% correction. And this is the largest correction that we've seen since the exploit. But one thing to note is that, and again, I am by no means championing for Elephant. I believe it's actually going to go lower. I believe we will trace back down somewhere into here somewhere. We will see how many more people continue to panic sell. But one thing to note is that I think the weekly, there hasn't been a weekly red close or sell since the 5th. So that's not bad. June 5th, June, July, August, September, October. So you got 4 months of upward price action. And I would expect now, I mean, we'll see if this closes on a weekly red. Right now, we're not in that. We're only on the daily, not even 3-day, I don't think. 3-day, yeah, it's been a day and a half and some change. So we will see where this goes. But personally, I'm waiting for it to go lower, and then I'll dollar cost average a little more. So I'm not buying this dip as of right now, even though there has been some buys coming in, but I'm not buying yet. So I already put in what I had, and then I'll add some fresh capital or whatever's left from Drip, and that just keeps going lower. So there's nothing on that, no new developments or anything like that, but we will see. And ironically, this happened the same time that there was a huge sell-off. So this is all the Elephant news, so you can check this out. And even Mystified got out. He actually dumped his bags, and he had a couple grand, tens of thousands that he had in, but I think he bailed. But it's at the exact same time that Big Whale, quote unquote, got exploited as well. I never promoted that project, but there was definitely a lot of the Drip content creators that were pushing that and getting the referrals and all that. And they lasted about 6 months. And now they too have been drained, and they say it was a hack, but I'm not going to cover that. But what I mean is, it's ironic that this happened the same day as the sales from Elephant. And again, I don't know enough about the development side, the other side of crypto, but there are definitely rumors that there are people behind the scenes pulling the strings. As we know, there are people pulling the strings in the TradFi system. You know, again, your Medici's, your Rothschilds, your JP Morgan, Chase, all these people across the globe, BlackRock, whatever, whoever these people are that have the money to manipulate and do things. I do suspect, sorry, that there will be the equivalent in the crypto side, but not necessarily as influential as those people. I don't think they really care about a $1 trillion industry. They got bigger fish to fry. But it would not be too far-fetched to believe that there are some malicious devs and people that sit together, because you have black hat and white hat hackers. So if you were, coding in your mom's basement, a young teen, and you had the skills to exploit, and you were in your little community with other friends that could exploit, it's not too far-fetched to me to see people working together to definitely take advantage of protocols, be them hacks or be them the actual devs themselves that might be in these groups. I don't know, but I expect this is actually the standard that you see in crypto for quite some time, until it gets some level of regulation and external scrutiny from bigger players. So expect to see rug pulls being the new exploits, or exploits the new rug pulls, whatever you want to call it. And it will continue. It's not going anywhere. So all you can really do, and at this stage, what I'm looking to do is find something that has a decent track record, and then a dev that keeps building for it. And regardless of who's taking the money out, you just implement a strategy that you can work with and get yours before they get the rest of it. Because it seems like that's all that we can do. I'm still working with the ones in my DAO group, and we're still doing the brand strategy. But even once we get that ironed out, we have to go and invest in some of these other platforms. especially if we're looking to quickly amass a treasury. I mean, of course, we can stack blue chips, but you're not going to build anything from the ground up, stacking blue chips with 10% per year, 20% per year. That's going to take a while. So we're going to have to find some of these more risky investments and hope for the best. So at the end of the day, it is what it is and not much else we can do about it. So we will see where that goes. But for me, I'm not too upset with where I'm at on Elephant right now. To say it's gone down by 30% and already starting to get bought back up for now, I will wait until this goes lower. That's my suspicion. Like I said, this last weekly close way down here. And if you were to draw some Fibonacci retraces and stuff like that and some lines, you could probably see this range here is much more supportive. So we'll see. That's all I got. I'm not shitting on this or even the big whale protocol. It is what it is, but we should be used to it by now. So nothing goes up forever. And I'm still going to stay in, and I'm still supporting Drip as well. We'll see what kind of rabbit Forex and G Money pull out of their hat. Nothing's been developed as of yet. And here we are waiting and waiting and waiting. And as we do, our value in Drip just keeps going down. So got to do something in the interim. Remember, we're all here in DeFi trying to make money. So in order to make money in this current space, you are gambling. And typically when you gamble, you got to lose some as well. And then you hope that you bet big on the right one and you walk away with profits. That's all we can hope for. And I think the way that happens is the bull run. If pretty much everything in the bull run goes up, so you don't have to even be good at what you do. You can just throw darts and get lucky. So, all right, that's all I got. Just want to give you an update. Smash that HBO special, help brother out, like, subscribe, comment down below. And until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See ya.
Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? SPRITZ Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now.